Welcome to What Am I Looking At, a podcast from the Department of Art and Design at Arkansas State University. My name is Dr. Catherine Baker, and I'm a professor specializing in the history of medieval and early modern art. Throughout this series, each presenter will be giving you insight into works of art from across history that are in some way unusual, sometimes strange, sometimes hard to understand. So let's get to today's dive into the visual world on your radio. There are tarts on the roof of a dilapidated house, a man hitting his head against a wall, a pig pulling a cork out of a barrel, a woman clutching a small egg while a larger one walks away, feet having just popped through its shell. What is even happening in this painting? These strange details make up just a snippet of the thoroughly chaotic composition we call Netherlandish Proverbs. Created by Pieter Bruegel the Elder in 1559, the painting is currently located in Berlin. Like most of Bruegel's work, it uses pigments suspended in oil to create the composition. A medium that can be applied in thin layers and does not dry easily, it allowed the artist to make detailed filled images that capture the imagination. A favorite subject of Bruegel was the life of the everyday man. While this interpretation of the theme is a little more fanciful, it remains linked to the world of the common folk in its depiction of popular sayings and aphorisms. Painted on an oak panel that measures approximately 4 by 5 feet, the composition is said to include at least 112 identifiable proverbs that were in current use during the period. A print of illustrated and labeled idioms published by Franz Hogenberg just 1 year before Bruegel painted Netherlandish Proverbs is really helpful for deciphering many of the more obscure vignettes. This includes the pig pulling a cork out of what we can imagine is a barrel full of liquid in the lower left corner of the composition. This naughty swine reminds the viewer that negligence will be rewarded by disaster. One of my favorite scenes, the woman with the differently sized eggs, the larger of which is trying to escape on tiny legs, is meant to represent the saying to keep the hen's egg and let the gooses go, or to make a bad decision. In other areas of this work, we can find scenes that represent sayings which we still use today, like to bang one's head against a brick wall, meaning to try and achieve the impossible. Like the hard head, most of the proverbs included by Bruegel were warnings against foolish behavior, such as the man trying to put a bell on a cat, which of course means to carry out a dangerous plan. All the sayings were not cautions against bad behavior, however, and the desserts on the roof mentioned at the start of my description actually have a positive connotation, because to have the roof tiled with tarts meant to be wealthy. So may all of our roofs have a couple of tarts scattered about. What Am I Looking At is provided by KASU in collaboration with the Department of Art and Design at A-State. Stay tuned next week for another exploration of art over your airwaves.